yo, bro, it's one thing that we all should consider whenever we think about doing something that's immoral or something that's wrong to other people. And that's, what if it was me? My men, if you're in a situation where you're indulging in relations with different women, think about that karma that's gonna come back. It could come back on your mom, it could come back on your daughter, it could come back on cousins of yours, it can come back on your woman, it can come back on your grandma, it can come back on anybody. So when you go to mislead people, play games with women, think about what you would have to tell your daughter if she found out one day that this man that she's in love with has been playing her or has another woman. If you think about causing harm to another person, think about the fact that that's somebody's son, that's somebody's daughter. Imagine how you would feel if you got the phone call and somebody said, hey, they just found your son, he's been severely injured due to somebody else doing something to him. See, people always get the pump and the wheel to do something to somebody when they feel like they'll be able to get away from it scot-free. But you never do, because that karma always finds its way to connect itself back to you, whether through you or through somebody in your family or somebody you close to. And a lot of times that I want to do a lot of things that stop me. Just like back in the day, man, I used to be a promiscuous young man. You know what I'm saying? Mannish, not knowing any better, or even knowing better, and just not thoroughly understanding how much effect it can have on other people and how it can affect the people around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, nowadays, when I look back on being a little player or whatever you want to call it, I think about the fact that I got 3 girls. You know what I'm saying? And I think about having to explain to my daughters after a situation goes bad or something like that. You know what I'm saying? With a man, her crying to me about something. But see, the way that I counter that these days, thinking about how my daughter could get played and stuff like that, I just put my daughter on game about the ways of man. I put my daughter on game about how it's in a man's nature to have wandering eyes, because the Bible says the eyes of a man is never pleased. So he can have a beautiful woman and he'll still be drawn visually to other women if it looks attractive to him. Sometimes men go after it, sometimes they don't. But it's just something that you have to take into consideration. Whenever you're doing something wrong to people, man, take into consideration that karma is a real thing, and karma will have its way with you or somebody in your family, so it's still tied to you. You'll have to comfort somebody. If you go out and kill somebody, you'll have to comfort somebody in your family, or you could lose one of your family members or one of your kids. You cut somebody off in traffic, or if somebody cut your grandma off in traffic. You're a police officer and you harass people. What if one day when you become 80 years old and you're retired from the force, somebody doesn't know that your kid is your kid and they get harassed one day? Growing up, I used to kill animals with BB guns. Then somebody ran over my dog or poisoned my dog in the neighborhood where I'm from in Lexington. I kill birds. I shot animals. When it comes back on you, it's not so fun. You know? I used to holler at people girlfriends when I was young. Until I got my own girlfriend and tried to settle down. And then somebody hollered at my girl. Then it came back on me. It ain't so fun when the rabbit got the gun, bro. So the whole premise of what I'm trying to tell you is, whatever you do, make sure you can hold up for it. Stealing from people, it ain't fun when you steal $10 from somebody and then they turn around and steal your whole flat screen TV or all your shoes and clothes or your game out your room. It ain't fun. Just take that into consideration whenever you think about doing something bad. It will come back on you, homie. We out. Bye.